Hello, YMCA yogis. I'm Jamie. Welcome to Chair Yoga. We will need a sturdy chair today. And if you're at home working out, sturdy chair, preferably without arms. You can make it work, but it's just easier to navigate the chair if it does not have arms. If you are on the more petite side and your feet do not touch the floor, if you're at the Y doing this class, I recommend that you grab 2 blocks so that you can have contact with the floor with your feet. That way your knees will be more of a 90-degree angle. Again, that's if you're on the petite side. If you're on the tall side, then I recommend that you have a blanket or a cushion to sit on, and there are blankets here at the Y in the closet, and you can fold it up and sit on it. If you're at home, maybe sit on a cushion or a pillow to bring yourself up, because we want to be very comfortable as we go into some of these asanas or yoga postures. So we will be seated in the chair for part of the class, and we will be standing for part of the class. As a matter of fact, we're going to start standing, and that's going to be our warm-up. So go ahead and bring yourself up to a standing position. And I am going to stand behind the chair. And I will also show you from the side of the chair so you can see better. So the first thing we're going to do is just stand up at the back of the chair. And we're going to feather touch here on the back of the chair. And the reason we want feather touch is so that we don't collapse into our elbows. So the hands are gently on the chair, shoulders down, collarbones wide. And all we're going to do is just roll up onto the balls of the feet and then back down. And you can just guide your hands right on the back of the chair. Just rolling up nice and easy up onto the balls of the feet. If you feel like you won't fall over, maybe come up on the heels and just rock back and forth. We're just kind of warming up through the feet, the arches, getting the toes ready for a little action. We won't be standing a lot, but we will be going back and forth a few times. So we like the feet to be warmed up. So let's balance on one leg and rotate the ankle of the opposite leg. Just taking some big circles, nice and easy, and then reverse. Other way around. Now the whole time you're doing this, keep your crown lifting towards the ceiling. And let's switch feet. Rotate through the ankle, standing up nice and tall, always lifting through the heart, through the crown of the head. Reverse the ankle twist on that side. And make sure you're breathing. Keep a nice, steady rhythm in your breath. Okay, very nice. So next, back up from your chair just a little bit. And this time, we're going to just lift the knee. Now, if you find that you're too close to the knee, you can also do it this way to the side, right? Lifting those knees up this way. We just want to get the hip flexors warmed up. These hip flexors work really hard every time we flex the hip. Lifting that knee forward. It's really important that we warm up before we start trying to do anything. Everything needs a little bit of a synovial fluid, lubrication of the joints. Good. And then the next one we'll do our hamstring warm-up. So we'll just pull the heel in one at a time towards the rear end. Get it as close as you can. Give it a little run for the money, a little squeeze. So on these, you're warming up the hamstrings every time you bring your heel up. And you're also stretching the quadriceps on the opposing side. Good. Okay, very nice. Now, again, I'm showing you from the side, but maybe you're at the back of your chair. So the next one, what we're going to do is pretend like we are doing a hula hoop. So that is going to give us some lumbar spine and some sacral area warm up. And so we bend the knees. We want to be buoyant. I always like to practice buoyancy for fall prevention. So just kind of practice being a little kind of off balance a little bit, but you've got your chair here. And so what we're going to do is some hula hoops. So it's really a series of pelvic tilts and pelvic lifts. So you're just tucking under, going to the right, pushing to the back, going to the left, tucking under. If you're going clockwise, I should have said which direction, but if you're going the other way, we'll switch in just a moment. Just finding some movement through the hip area, and then reverse. And sometimes we feel kind of silly doing this, but just take yourself back to your childhood. Pretend like you're hula hooping. It really helps to bring some fluidity of movement through what sometimes is very tight, the sacral and lower back area. Okay, very nice. Let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Now, if you don't need to hold on, then go ahead and let go and just take those shoulders up, back, and down, forward, up, back, and down, forward, up, back, and down, and then reverse that, back, up, forward, and down. And if you feel okay balancing and you want to try to close your eyes to give yourself a little challenge, then feel free to do that as well. Okay. So next, all we're going to do is lift the legs behind us a little bit. So let's start by balancing on the left leg. Take your right leg behind you. And again, your feather touch here, you're not relying too much on this. We're going to sit down after this one. So all you're going to do is lift the leg to the back and lift the leg to the back. Kind of flex your foot so your toes are pointed up and you're flexing your heel. So we push it back and pull it forward. And just push it back. Try to not use momentum. Try to use just the power of your glute muscles, pushing back. One more time. And then switch sides. Back and forward. Squeeze your booty, your glutes. Squeeze back there. Keep the foot flexed so you can get it forward again so your toes not dropping into the ground. And if your range of motion is smaller, that's totally fine. Couple more. Remember, you're just feather touch right here. And release that. Very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a seat. And once you've got your chair solid where it needs to go, gently sit. And we're not going to sit all the way back. As a matter of fact, I'm going to angle my chair just a little bit. You're coming straight on if you like. But I'm just going to angle a little bit because it's actually easier to see what I'm doing if I'm angled just a bit. All right, so sitting up tall. Now, if you're more comfortable all the way back, that's fine, but try to not collapse into the back of the chair right now because what I want you to do is really use your core. And if you get tired, go ahead and take a break, but try as best you can to really lift up into the ceiling with your crown of your head. So let's take both hands, reach up, interlace your fingers right over the top of your head, the crown, and widen your elbows, pull them back and down, and we're going to lift our head, the crown of your head, up into the hands, those fingers, lifting up, and you'll feel your core just really engage. You'll feel all those muscles. Keep pushing up in there. Now keep pushing, but release the hands and feel all those abdominal muscles helping you to sit nice and tall. You're really tightening up through the entire core. Now, we won't be able to sustain this the whole time. We'll forget and we'll get tired and then we'll relax back. But the main goal is to try to remember that and lift up and really engage those core muscles. Let's take a deep breath in, reach up to the sky, and then exhale, arms down, and let's do that again. Deep breath in, lift, reaching up, and your movements should reflect really deliberate movement. In other words, it's like you're moving through honey or molasses, so you've got this really resistive quality to the movement. Instead of just like, flapping around and being all loosey-goosey, we are really reaching and pressing down. One more time, reach up, deep breath, and then exhale down, and then bring your hands right to your heart, and let's just close our eyes for a moment. Now remember, if you are on the petite side, you have, hopefully your blocks are right under your feet here. Hands to the heart, closing the eyes. Pretend like you're still lifting up into your hands, so you've got this beautiful posture. Crown of your head reaching up to the sky. Deep breath. Feel your breath. Feel yourself breathing into your hands. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more time like that. Deep breath in. And exhale. Now keeping your eyes closed, I want you to just focus for just a couple of breaths on your own about this beautiful sacred practice that you're doing. You brought yourself here, you're practicing, you're improving your health, You're improving your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. So give yourself some big kudos for showing up today. All right, let's bring our hands right to our head, our forehead, and just thank you so much for being here. All right, let's get rolling. So sitting up nice and tall, reach the arms out, and then take the hands on each shoulder, and we're going to circle the elbows. So we're warming up the shoulder girdle. And so I'm not sitting all the way back so that I have a bigger range of motion. If you're all the way in the back of your chair, you might still be able to get it all the way, or get those arms all the way around. But see if you can just kind of hold yourself up and take some full range of motion. And then reverse. And try to find the top, the back, and the front of it. So in yoga we call it finding your edge. So we're going up and down and around, all the way around, trying as we might to really find full range and liven up. Okay, now we're going to take our arms up. We're going to reach one arm up and then the other, and it's like you're climbing a rope. So I end up kind of going right and left, side to side. Reaching right, reaching left, up and over, so that we can really grab on and pull. And it's opening up through your core, and it's opening up through your obliques. And release that. Now, if you already find that you get winded by little movements or big movements, just take time to breathe. This is your class, and you have agency. You can take a break whenever you like. All right. So sitting up nice and tall, of course. Let's take the hands in front, interlace the fingers, and flip the palms away from you, shoulders down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, and as best you can, reach the palms up towards the ceiling. Now, if your arms stop partway, that is totally fine. But I want you to feel the pressure lifting up, lifting up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring those arms down, and drop that chin straight down. And then bring that chin up. And then drop the chin down. And bring the chin up. Now, when you go up, don't take it all the way up if that bothers your neck. Lower down one more time. And then lift just to neutral. Now, your nose, we're going to draw circles with our nose. So you're going to start small and you'll go bigger and bigger. So we're just going to take a baby circle, just a little baby circle. Baby circle. Then it gets a little bigger. Drawing circles with your nose straight in front. What we're doing is we are really warming up and using the neck muscles. And we want to use as many of these neck muscles as possible. If you're still driving, it's really important. Reverse. To be able to turn your head and look to see if it's clear. And so in daily life, activities of daily living, it's important to be able to have some mobility and some flexibility. Let's make these nose circles smaller and smaller. And when you get back into the center, just hold there. Lift the shoulders up, back, and down, sitting up as tall as you can. Take your right ear towards your right shoulder and stretch and just hold. And then take your chin straight on down and over to the other side. Ear over to the shoulder if possible, as best you can. Just stretch that neck. And then bring your chin down and then come back up. Very nice. Okay, now go ahead and situate your feet a little differently. Your seat a little differently if you need to. What we're going to do now is extend one leg and then the other. And we're just squeezing through the quadriceps. Now, if you can put your hand right above your knee and just notice these muscles working, quadriceps muscles. So if you can, when you get out to full extension, pull your kneecap towards your hip. So you really engage those quadriceps. So you lift, flare the toes, squeeze the quadriceps. And I don't mean squeeze with your fingers. I mean pulling your kneecap physically with the leg muscles, pulling the kneecap towards you. You'll feel a huge difference. All right, beautiful. Hold it right here. Take a deep breath in, reaching up, 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 up. And then exhale down. And we'll do that one more time. Deep breath in, lifting up, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale down. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to go ahead and face front so that you can see better what we're going to do next. And make sure you hydrate. You've got your water close by. So for this one, I like to scooch a little more towards the edge of my seat. Be very careful. I know sometimes we get on the edge and we start to move something, and sometimes we can get a little too close to the edge. Try to not fall off your chair. All right, so this time what we're going to do is go wide leg. Now, if you have those blocks underneath, then just push them over to the side and bring them out here into this wide-legged stance. So this is opening our hips right now. We're actually turning on our external rotators. Those are the glute muscles that help us to externally rotate. Those muscles in the glutes shorten, bringing the legs wide. So what we're going to do here is lift toes up and down. It's like an arc. You're drawing an arc with your toes. As you're doing that, take your arms straight out, and then take the fingertips behind the head and really open the heart. And if you can't do two things at once, you're not alone. Hold the toes out. Push your head back into those interlaced fingertips. Just kind of push back. Keep the elbows as wide as you can. Keep your knees wide, and then push your heart forward. Lifting up, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Okay, now let's go back to toes in and toes out. So you're making an arc with your foot. Up and out, up and over. In and out. All right. Next time you're out, hold those legs there. And this is our goddess pose or our God pose, whichever you want to call it. All right. So palms up, arms out, and you can do whatever you like here. I like to keep pushing my knees wide away from each other. And it's hard to do because that's an isometric hold. Take a deep breath in. Exhale up, arms right over the head. And then pull right in and hold. See if that works. If that's too much, you just do the best you can. There are a million ways to do this and make it yours. All right, bring that down. Heel toe your feet back together. Good. And we're going to just do a warrior one right here. So the feet are straight on, and this is where using the blocks, it might get a little tricky. So we'll be going in and out, and it's just part of the game. Just kind of push them where you need them. Okay, so let's go warrior one arms. We'll just sit on the edge of our seat with our knees bent here. Take a deep breath in and rise up with both hands, palms towards you. If you can get your upper arms close to your ears, that would be great. So I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see me a little bit better. So this is where the arm placement is best, kind of where we're going with it, if you can. Now, if your arms are only here or here, just make it yours. Do the best you can. Reach your arms up. Now, we want to have that resistive quality in the movement. So we're really reaching the sky. Even higher. Now, to make it even more challenging and fun, push your head back up into the imaginary hands that are still over your head, interlaced fingers. Push into those. Squeeze your bottom side. Reach your arms up. And actually spiral at the shoulder your pinkies toward one another. So you know, we can do this all day long, but I want you to spiral using your shoulders to internally rotate at the pinky, but you're externally rotating at the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. If it's available, exhale for a baby back bend. Deep breath in, straight up. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, baby back bend, and release. Whoosh. It's a lot, isn't it? People think chair yoga is easy, but it's a very good workout. It's very challenging. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is a warrior two. Now, if you're on blocks and moving the legs all around is really tough, just do the arms. Don't worry about the legs. Okay, your legs can stay right here. But if you are okay and you want to try a warrior two with the legs, we're going to turn over to the right. And your right knee will be over the edge of the chair. Now you do have to be on the edge of the chair if you're going to do these legs properly. And you take your left leg behind you, and if you can get your left shoulder, hip, and knee in alignment here, and then you're on the ball of the foot on that left foot. And you can be on your heel or on the ball of the foot in front as well. All right, so let's just take warrior one arms again to start. So we're going to go deep breath in, lifting up. This is warrior one. Exhale. Now inhale and exhale as you take your left arm directly behind you and your right arm in front of you. And you try to look past your left middle finger. Your elbows have a slight bend. Shoulders are down. Fingers have fire coming out of them. You've got this energy that's incredible. Deep breath in. Exhale, rise up into warrior one again with both arms up. And inhale, bring the arms down. Now, if this leg position is not comfortable, just feel free to take your leg out to the front or do any of those variations that feel good. And take a break if you need to, because I know holding those isometric holds, they get tough. Okay. So we're still in warrior two unless you're taking a different leg approach, and we'll try that again. We're going to go deep breath in, warrior one. Inhale. Now exhale to warrior two. Left arm comes back, right arm forward. Your chest actually goes over to the right, but you're looking at fingertips. Take a deep breath in. And exhale back to warrior one. Turn your chest towards the right. And then exhale, hands right to your heart. Deep breath in. And exhale. Very nice. Bring yourself back to the center. And we'll do the other side in just a moment. But first, we're going to pick up one leg and then the other. And you can use your hands to pick up the legs, or you can hold yourself behind and pick them up this way. Now, while you're doing this, I want you to lift up into your hands, those imaginary hands that were up here in the beginning, right? Remember how pushing up into them creates so much energy through the core. So push up into the hands while you're lifting your knees. See what happens. Okay, so we're going to lean forward, and you can support yourself here, or if you're okay with it, come forward and just let your head be heavy. If you have blocks and you want to use blocks, you can also use blocks here. What I recommend, though, no matter where you are, let your head be heavy. So I'll show you from the side. Your neck works really hard all day to hold your head up. So let your neck drop down and just be heavy. You get a really nice stretch through the lumbar spine, the low back, all through the sacral area. Let yourself be heavy. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Either use your hands to push yourself up or roll up one vertebrae at a time. Excuse me. And then bring yourself all the way up to seated as tall as you can. Let's take our shoulders up, back, and down again, and just make sure we're maintaining that beautiful posture. All right, we're going to take warrior two to the other side now. So you're on the edge of your chair, and we're going to swing our legs around to the left wall now. And with this, we are going to have, of course, the left front leg can be either ball of the foot or heel, and the right hip, knee are hopefully in alignment. Now, if you're taller and it just isn't working and you don't have your pillow, just extend your leg out however you need to. Make this doable. Or you can always just face front and just copy the arms. All right, inhale, rise up with those arms, warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale. One more time, deep breath in. Now exhale, drawing the left arm forward and the right arm back. Palms are down. Really strong energy coming out the fingertips. So you're looking over your left fingers. Your elbows have a slight bend. Your chest is kind of coming back to the right a little bit, but you're looking over your left hand. Deep breath in. And then exhale up to warrior two. Both arms up, palms in. Hold that beautiful, beautiful posture. Inhale. And exhale to warrior two again. Palms down, reaching side to side. Reach long arms, energy coming out your fingertips. Look over your left middle finger. Look, 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 gaze. Keep your chest right over your hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And then inhale to warrior one again. Palms together, both arms up. And exhale, hands right into the heart. And then move yourself back to the front. Very nice. Extend your right leg out, and you can flex your foot or point, whichever feels best. And we're going to just take it to a single leg forward fold. So reach it up, deep breath. And we're going to exhale. Now you're welcome to support above the knee on the left leg, or if you feel like you can really take it today to your deepest stretch, go ahead and reach out. Lengthen through the spine. Let your head be heavy. Don't try to hold it up. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, rise back up, maybe even bringing the arms back up. And then exhale, hands to the heart. And then switch. Left leg extends. Flexing the foot, reach up, deep breath, and then exhale. Either you come to your right thigh for support and just hinge at the hips, or you give it your best stretch by forward fold all the way over using arms to support, or maybe you're even using your blocks. This is where you have to be careful so that your chair does not move. Inhale deeply, and then exhale back up and sit up nice and tall. Okay, so this time we're going to take a deep breath in, and then we're going to take a little baby back arc with what we call cactus arms. And that's where the elbows are at 90 degrees. The palms are forward. And so we'll be taking a deep breath in, and then as we exhale, we'll take the palms up and do a slight back bend. And I'll go to the side a little bit here too, so you can see me. Okay, so feet are solid. Take a deep breath in first, reaching up. First exhale, just bring the palms forward and down into 90-degree knees so your elbows bent like a cactus. Inhale deeply. Rise up with your heart as your palms lift towards the ceiling, also back arches. And then exhale back. Inhale, arc your back, pull your heart forward. Maybe your chin goes up, maybe it doesn't. And then exhale back. And then inhale, rise up with your heart. And then exhale back. Take your hands now over your knees. And we'll take some seated cat-cows. So inhale, rise up with your heart. And then exhale, round back, tuck your chin. Inhale, rise up with your heart. Maybe even your chin comes up. And then exhale back. Inhale, rise up with your heart. Pull yourself with your hands on your knees forward, shoulders down. Exhale, rounding. Open up the back. Tuck your chin. Two more. Inhale, rise. Pull the heart through the gate of the shoulders. Open that heart. Exhale, round your back. Really exaggerate this time. Tuck your chin. One more time. Inhale, lift and rise. Exhale, back and round. And then sit yourself up nice and tall. All right, we're going to go back up and stand up. Grab yourself a drink if you need it. We're going to stand up at the back of the chair. Standing up nice and tall. And I like to tell people your going to keep like about a fist size or an apple, small apple, under your chin. That keeps us from lifting our chin too high. Sometimes when we say lift the crown of the head, people will lift their chin. So the crown is up here. The crown, if it goes straight up, it goes this way, right? But if people lift their chin, then we crook the neck. So try to keep the crown lifted. While we're here, what we're going to do is same thing we did in the beginning. We're going to roll up on the balls of our feet, and then we're going to maybe go back onto the heels. And this is just going to look so different for every person, right? Some of us might not be able to roll up through our feet, and some of us might not be able to roll back onto our heels. Just do the best you can and have a little bit of fun with it. We want to keep the feet awake, alive, and active. And the more you can use the range of motion that your body was designed for, the better. This helps us with fall prevention, keeping the feet and toes strong. Okay, good. So we'll do like what we did earlier. We're just going to go through a couple of hamstring curls again. Just kind of waking up the muscles a little differently. We're trying to not sit the entire time, if at all possible. And then one more each side. And then if you can, lift the knees. If you need to sit and pull each knee up, that's totally fine. If you can, maybe come to the side of your chair and we'll just lift the knees. Now, how high you lift is up to you. If you want more of a challenge, of course, you try to lift higher. If you want another challenge, you try to bring your toe to the inside of the knee of the other side. And that can be very challenging. Couple more. Very good. Okay, let's have a seat again. And this time, we're going to take the legs out a little wide again, like we did earlier, sitting kind of on the edge of your chair. And I want you to take your hands and squeeze your fingers together. Just flare out the fingers and squeeze. While you're doing that, pull your knees away from one another. Sit up tall. The crown is lifted. You've got your apple under your chin. And then take your wrists, grab your fingers and make a fist, and then rotate through those wrists. And then reverse. Okay, sitting up really, really tall. What we're going to do this time is a forward fold again, but with our legs wide. Last time we did it with our feet together. So come down gently and see if you can lean forward, pulling your heart forward. Now, if that's too tough, stay up here and just lean forward here. We want to get this action through the low spine, the lumbar spine, and through the core, and also through your sacral area. Okay, now sit up tall, keep your feet where they are, and what I want you to do is put your right hand in the crease of your right hip and your right glute, your right hip and your right ribs, and I want you to just lean over and kind of pinch your fingers with your rib cage. And if you can't feel it, if it's not working for you, just lean over to the right a few times. But I just like to give people a real sense of where they're going with their movement and what we're doing. So we're taking the side bend, really important for your flexibility. And we'll take the other side now. Kind of squish those fingers up into the left side and over, reaching over with your body and coming back up. And the entire time you're doing this, you're taking those knees apart. So you're really externally rotating at the hips, which is really good for your hips. Keep them moving. Keep fluid in that joint socket. One more time. Good. Okay, now roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and sit up as tall as you can again. If you're on the edge of your seat far enough, interlace the fingers and see if you can pull your heart forward and get a good stretch. Now keep pulling your knees wide though. Elbows have a slight bend behind you. Shoulders are down, elbows are high. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. Bring that down. All right. So we're going to bring the feet back together now. And this time we're going to take a little twist. So we'll take a nice deep breath in, reaching up. And then we're going to exhale and twist around to your left. Now you might run into the chair, or if you are able to get your arm all the way around, try that. Or you can just stay on the same side. Inhale up, and then exhale to the other side. Inhale up, exhale around. Inhale up, exhale around. One more time, deep breath in, lift up, reach tall, exhale around, inhale up, and exhale around. Very nice. Okay, roll those shoulders back and then forward. So what we're going to do now is one more round of our warrior series, that warrior 1 and warrior 2. This time, if you feel like you can do it, we're going to stay on the edge of the chair. We're going to go to a warrior 1, and then we'll go right into warrior 2 on the other side. So we have to hang it on the edge of the chair. We'll come back to center, do a warrior 1, and then we'll come over to the left and do a warrior 2. So it's not easy, it's more of a challenge, right? So here's what I would do if I don't want to move my legs all around, is I would just do the upper body. So we'll do one round of just upper body, and then those that want to stay with just upper body, that's great. And then those of us that want to maybe try the full body with the legs included, we'll do that 2 times after. So if you're just doing your arms, you're going to do just arms for 3. If you're doing all of it, we're going to do 1 round just arms and 2 rounds with everything. All right, here we go. Deep breath in, lift up into warrior 1. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale to warrior 2, right arm to the right, left arm to the left. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2, look over to the left. Inhale, warrior 1, arms up. Exhale, turn to your right, warrior 2. Inhale, front, warrior 1. Exhale, turn to your left, warrior 2. Inhale, up, center, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2 to your right. Inhale, warrior 1, straight up. Exhale to your left, warrior 2. Inhale, warrior 1. And exhale, hands come into the heart. Very good. Okay, so all of us, unless you really can't move, we're going to stay over to our right in warrior 2. So see if you can scoot yourself over into warrior 2. Now, if you can't, just do the arms. That's fine. What we're going to do this time is extend the leg way out there and see if you can get the foot flat on the ground. Now, if that's not possible, stay here because it does put your leg in a little awkward position. It's a little bit tough, so find what works for you. Again, so you can go knee straight down, or you can extend your leg out at an angle with your foot flat. So we're going to go inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Left arm behind, right arm in front. Inhale, flip your right front palm. Exhale, take your left hand on the back of your left thigh. And then inhale and exhale as you come back into reverse warrior. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale back to warrior 2 with your right arm in front, right arm behind, palms are down. Flip both palms up, just hold that deep breath. And then exhale back to warrior 1. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hands right to the heart. And then bring yourself to the center. And if your leg was extended, it might be kind of like, ooh, I felt that, right? So just kind of roll around. Your body's going to tell you what you need. So maybe just try a few of your own little squiggles, I like to call them, little stretches. I really like, before we go to the other side, act like you've got that crayon or that piece of chalk on your tailbone, that very last bit of your tailbone, and see if you can draw some circles. It's harder in a chair than when we're standing up, or in all fours. And then reverse. My body doesn't want to go the other way. my body's fighting me going the other way. That's funny. Anyway, so find which way you can do that. Okay. Let's go to the warrior two on the other side. So facing over to your left. Again, you have to be really on the edge of your chair, which can be kind of funky and scary. So if that's not working, you can even just turn to the side if you don't want to stay front and just keep your legs off the chair that way. But if you're doing full on, you've got to be on the edge. All right. So if you want to try the harder version, we extend that leg out behind us. Deep breath in. Inhale up to warrior one. Reach those arms tall. Inhale. Exhale, draw your left hand in front, your right hand behind you. Inhale deeply. Exhale, flip your left front palm, and then reaching up with that left arm behind the thigh with your right arm. And arch back a little bit. Reverse warrior. Inhale deeply, back to warrior two. Palms are down. Flip both palms up. Inhale. Exhale, both arms up to warrior one. And bring those hands right back to chest at your heart. And then give that hip a break. Ooh, good stuff. All right, let's take some cat-cows again, some seated cat-cows. So your hands are around the knees. And we're taking a deep breath in as we pull the heart forward. And then we exhale back and tuck that chin. Again, deep breath in. You usually feel good. Exhale back. And one more time. Deep breath in, lift and pull, up, up, up. And then exhale back. Very nice. All right. Side to side, just kind of reground. And we're getting ready for Shavasana. So scoot your hips all the way back this time. And Shavasana, if you're using blocks, Shavasana can be a little more relaxing if you take your blocks kind of out in front of you a little bit. So instead of directly below where your feet are at 90 degrees, you would take your feet out this way a little bit. And sometimes it feels nice to scoot your booty into the middle of the chair and actually kind of hang back this way. So, and then if you're not using blocks, find a nice, comfortable Shavasana. Now, for some of us, it might just mean we're seated nice and tall. And then for some of us, it might mean we're kind of kicking back and we're just letting everything just kind of spill into the chair and be heavy. Focus on your breath. Deep inhale. Deep exhales. Feel the chair beneath you. Feel the air on your skin. Notice the sounds around you. And take another couple deep breaths in here in your Shavasana, where you're really surrendering into the chair and letting all of the wonderful magic benefits of yoga take over and heal your body one breath at a time. And as you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring a little life back into your limbs. Maybe sit back up straight. Sit up nice and tall. And bring your hands to your chest, right in front of your heart. And maybe, if it's comfortable for you, close down your eyes and focus on your breath again.
And really notice. Notice your breath. Thank you for practicing today. I love helping people through yoga. I hope yoga helps you so much as it helps me. And I'm bowing in reverie to each and every one of you. Thank you. And until next time, goodbye.